On March 15, 2022, Pragun tweeted, "Electricity went out and I had a small meltdown at work today," and included a screenshot from his Slack chat. It reads, "Guys, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift." Slackbot responds, "Hi, guys is a gendered pronoun. We recommend alternatives like folks, all, everyone, y'all, team, crew, etc. We appreciate your help in building an inclusive workplace at Headout." Pragun then responded, "Folks, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift." This is the Museum of Twitter, the show where we talk about the most important tweets in the history of Twitter.com. It's Subscriber Sunday, where my Patreon subscribers nominate and then vote on which tweet I cover, and this Sunday they chose a tweet, which I think is a great encapsulation of how annoying technology can be when it's intersected with, attempts at being politically correct or doing social justice. Because in theory, I think that encouraging people to not use gendered language is a good thing, but I definitely don't think it's a good thing in this context. And this is a great encapsulation of how technology is really poorly suited to enforce these sorts of things. Because you can program the Slack bot to correct someone every time they say guys, but you can't program it to be overridden when guys is in context of talking about being stuck on an elevator. Also, before you say it, lots and lots of people responded, and I absolutely agree, that guys is not really a gendered word. It can be in certain contexts, but in the context that Pragun is using it, it's not. It's also not, as other people pointed out, a pronoun. It's just a regular noun. And I do support the overpowered Ginger who says, "Continuing my life's work of normalizing guys and bro as gender neutral." And I do mostly endorse Richie Ryan who says, "All words are gender neutral if you believe hard enough, girl." I think what makes a screenshot so funny is the second message that Pragun sends. I think if the screenshot was just him saying, "Guys, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift," and Slackbot correcting him, it would be a fun example of how technology is bad at this sort of thing, but him saying, "Folks, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift," is a punchline. That he's "Okay, if you insist, folks, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift." And Asahi here really illustrated what's going on here by putting it in the context of that cartoon with the hand that's being held up and then getting high fives, where it's Pragun saying, "Guys, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift," the hand reaches over, high fives, it's a Slackbot message, and then he's still drowning. And lots of people in the replies jokingly suggest other gender neutral terms, like Piper Honey who said, "Reminder that gamers is a great gender neutral term for when you're stuck in an elevator." Which made me think that if this tweet was made 2 years later, lots of people would have instead responded, "Chat, I'm stuck in the WeWork lift." And to Evening Glow imagine a further scenario where Pragun says, "Oh god, now the lift is on fire. Help, please send a fireman now. Hi, fireman is a gendered now. We recommend alternatives like firefighter. We appreciate your help in building an inclusive workplace." And a thing I did enjoy to see when I was doing research on this is that a lot of people think about this tweet when they're in an elevator. Sugar Pup said, "Folks, I'm still laughing about this tweet in the WeWork lift," and posted a photo of themselves in a WeWork lift. And when Kunal Bagaria got stuck in an elevator, he said, "All I could think of was this masterpiece," and a screenshot of the exchange. Look, there's been a lot of hand-wringing about woke, quote-unquote, over the past year and a half. And I think that most of the excesses are greatly exaggerated. But I do think that stuff like this, people were right that this is stupid. And so, this is just a suggestion. I'm not the decision maker here. But when we do Woke 2.0, we should probably not do stuff like this. Follow me for a new tweet every day. And if you want to vote on Subscriber Sundays like these, please join my Patreon, patreon.com/Museum of Twitter, where you also get a weekly bonus episode every Sunday called the Museum of Not Twitter.